Hello, everyone. There's a lot of things that have been happening in the country, especially when it comes to terrorism. The attacks that have been going on is unbelievable. 150 people abducted in Sokoto, 150 people abducted in Sokoto, and nothing, everything seemed to be going on, as if. Meanwhile, don't forget, in that same Sokoto, a village head, an emir was killed. Emir of Gobil was killed after he had even, begged. He was made to did lot video begging for his life and stuff like that. They still killed him. According to this thing, his bodies, they paid, the ransom was even paid. They killed him. They refused to release his body. There was a son that was released. I mean, all sorts of things. A few days ago, I was just at an event where people were talking about the abduction that were happening in Abuja, because one of the ladies said that she needs to go back home quickly. In their area, abduction were going home. That the night before, we were having that discussion that kidnappers came and abducted people just in their street. Few house a house like few houses to her own. They abducted people from the in Abuja. If Abuja is not safe, where else is safe? But anyway, we have Mr. Peter Obi, who has said that we are now at the mercy of terrorists with ineffective government failing to protect Nigerians. Peter Obi lament abduction of 150 residents in Sokoto. Parallel facts have the Peter Obi, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, has expressed grave concerns about the state of national security in Nigeria following the recent abduction of 150 residents in Sokoto. In a statement on his official X handle, Peter Obi condemned the government's ineffective response to escalating violence and criticized its failure to protect its citizens. Unfortunately, what we have, the security agencies that we have are not interested in protecting lives and properties of the Nigerian people. What they are interested in is regime protection, and that is that for them. The statement highlighted the grim scenario where terrorists, after the murder of Emir of Gobil, reportedly returned to abduct 150 individuals and steal 1,000 cattle. Obi described this incident as a stark indicator of the failing security infrastructure and a significant national emergency. For me, I might also add that it shows there is no commander-in-chief in Nigeria. There's no president. These terrorists know that, and they're doing everything that they're doing with impunity, knowing fully well there's nobody that is going to that is there, to engage with them, to go after them, to any to defeat them. So they are really balling. And this in this day and in this day and era of technology, where when the Nigerian security agents want to pick up an investigative journalist, they know what they do. Even the ones that hide themselves, that don't bring out their identity, they go after those people. But terrorists are on social media, especially TikTok, showing themselves, talking about what they're doing, showing the ransom that they collect from the people, and yet the Nigerian security agents are not able to apprehend them. They don't care, they don't bother. All they care about is those that bring out the wrongdoings of the government. But the ones that are killing the people, they don't care about apprehending them. Obi stated, still reeling from the shocking news of the tragic murder of the Emir of Gobil. My earlier message reflected my deep sorrow and dismay, yet even those words now feel insufficient to convey the weight of one's feeling of tragic loss. The most recent atrocity marks the tipping point in the decline of a failing state. Nigeria is actually a failing state where life is short, nasty, and brutish. The fact that, according to widely circulated reports, the terrorists returned to the emir's domain, abducted 150 innocent people, and stole 1,000 cattle after his brutal murder serves as a grim indication of the continued collapse of our national security infrastructure. Those security agents that are not ashamed of themselves, it is only when it comes to protesters that they know they can find intelligence, they can do all of these things, they can do show of force, show of whatever. It's show of shame because terrorists are there. They've turned they I don't I'm sure I'm speechless at this moment. But the Nigerian security especially the ogas, the ones at the top, should be ashamed of themselves. The ones who are doing, the soldiers on the field, they are all the time they are being denied, the tools they need to go after terrorists. And I recently saw a report where, a soldier was accusing their bosses of connivance with this terrorists. Meanwhile, those soldiers, our soldiers, are put on the line. They are not given the right equipment. They are being killed anyhow, just because we have incompetence, we have failure, we have people who do not care about the lives and properties of the Nigerian people. We are now at the mercy of terrorists and bandits, says Mr. Peter Obi, with a nearly ineffective government to protect us. This is not just a tragedy, but a national emergency. We demand decisive action, not empty rhetoric, to confront this crisis. This is why I strongly advocate for a declaration of war on insecurity, the food crisis, and poverty. And trust them, this government is all about propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. They don't know what anything to do. They've spent this illegitimate government as it is. All they think about is propaganda. Tinubu and his people, they got during campaign, all they did is propaganda. APC is all about propaganda, so they don't know how to govern. What they don't realize is that propaganda will not govern, will not give any governance structure, good governance, or whatever it is. You can't use propaganda to govern because people are feeling it. How are you telling people that, oh, you're doing so well, when they can feel the hunger in their tummy, they can feel the insecurity? So so that was why when Peter Obi said they should declare war on insecurity, food crisis, and poverty, guess what? They turned it and started saying that, oh, Peter Obi said they should declare war on the North. They are looking for everything to pitch the North against Peter Obi against the North. Well, the hunger is a buffer. The hunger, the insecurity. Sure, the northern people can see it for themselves now. Are we not living in the North? We can all feel it. So there's no amount of propaganda that will take away the reality that people are currently facing. It's time for us to take, yes. And so let me go back to that. So he said, we demand decisive action, not empty rhetoric, to confront this crisis. This is why I strongly advocate for a declaration of war on insecurity, the food crisis, and poverty, a stance that some have twisted and distorted and used for their agendas. It's time for us to take collective responsibility. We cannot stand by as our nation deteriorates to this unacceptable level. We must revive our commitment to the safety and security of all Nigerians. Enough must now be enough, says Mr. Peter Obi.